If you discovered a hidden treasure, what would you do with it?
Well, I think I would share with my friends.
That's a great idea. And we found some hidden treasures that we want to tell you about. Keep watching. Hi, it's Donna Robertson.
And John also with Fabric Café.
Today, we discovered something really important. We discovered that we have patterns that we don't share with you quite as often. We have our favorites and we keep showing those to you, so we are going to show you some that you might not have thought of recently. We'll start with Spools. Spools is in the book, Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts. It's also an individual pattern. It's great for those of us who love traditional. So let's put this up here. We have brand new fabric for this one and brand new quilt model for you. So Spools is one that hasn't gotten enough love from us by being shared on the videos.
And I think these colors are just absolutely gorgeous.
Aren't they? They are great. If you have those rich, deep colors in your decor, you'll love it. Or if you've got someone that just likes traditional that you want to give a gift to, this is perfect.
Very true.
The number one fabric in this is going to be the blue. We place that in the number one position, and then you take that out of the equation, and then you take the there are two remaining and compare those. The light will be here in the background. It causes all of your elements to pop off of the quilt. And then your number three is going to be the alternate spool and over here in the border. I love this one. It is an old-fashioned treasure.
It is really pretty.
Now this one is Mary Ann's Gift 8022225. That's a lot of twos.
It is.
It is called Spools, and it is in the individual pattern or Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts.
So our next one that we have is Through the Window, and I really like this one just because of the illusion that it gives you in this, because we've got all of these half square triangles with all this sashing. So let's put that up on the table and take a look at the fabric that we have picked out on this one. And this is a great fabric because, you know, it has your name on the selvage.
That's right. So if you've ever wanted my name on the selvage of fabric, you need to buy this.
This is great from the Enchanted Garden series that you did. So that's great for that one. So we've got our number one fabric with all of this great floral design on it that's going to be here in our half square triangles in this. This almost looks like kind of that window pane kind of a look.
Yes.
So it's really a neat effect. And I think this one looks really cool as a wall hanging. I always enjoy seeing this when we're at the shows and things like that. It really shows off that design nicely. And then our number two fabric is going to be this great one with some nice words in there, because I know you really like having the words in your fabrics.
I love word fabric.
And that's going to be back here in the background so that we get that nice contrast in there. And then we've got this great blue that's going to be that sashing out there to really get all of this to pop and look really nice.
I like that.
And this one is going to be 8022226. I might have said too many twos there.
We just have 4 more to go
That's
before
right.
we get another number in there.
So that one is called Floral Magic, and that's Through the Window again, and that's also from the book Pretty Darn Quick.
All right, love it. Okay, one of the things that we do sometimes is we have quilt patterns that are not available anyplace else except in an individual pattern. So this is not in any book. And this one's called Candy Stripe. It looks gorgeous in batiks. It looks gorgeous in regular fabrics as well. So let's put that up here and see some new batiks that we have. This one, this is all soft and yummy. It kind of looks like candy cane.
It does.
And this one is bright and cheerful, so we're excited about showing this. I think this might have been my fallen in love with fabric day, because I love this one.
These
It's
batiks
gorgeous.
are gorgeous.
And so this is going to be in your number one position, and the number one position is here in the pink. Now the way you pick out your focus fabric, which is in the number one position, is you find your fabric that you like best, and that's the focus. And so then you can put it in the number one. The cool thing is, because we have 1 yard of each fabric, you can move it around if you want to. So as long as you cut everything in that position. So this is our number one. You take that out of the equation, compare these two. You've got your number two, that's your background color. It really causes the other colors to move forward, hits the way it hits your eye. And then number three is going to be out here in the border. And this is a great border. It's dramatic. It's a 5-inch border.
That's going to really pop and be gorgeous. I also love the tip whenever you're deciding on which is your light and your dark. Is that the whole technique of squinting your eyes?
Oh,
I always
yes.
catch myself doing that whenever you look at your fabric. So you've got that down there, and I'm squinting to see which one's the darker one. So that's a really neat tip that you can use when deciding that.
Well, you know, if you're in a store or something and you're looking at fabric, or if you're in your stash room,
Yeah, your stash.
and you do what John's saying, you just put them together and you kind of squint and you can see the difference in the tones. You can also use your camera on your phone and take a picture and change it to black and white.
Another great tip.
And then you can see the tone also. So this one is called Rainbow Garden 8022227. Candy Stripe is the name of the pattern. It is not available in any book.
So our next one up is called Pretty Please, and I love this one because it's got just such a nice variety in it. We've got a nice big block of focus and then a nice little smaller block there with the sash on it. So let's go ahead and put that up on the table and show you what we've got on that. And this is a great cave fabric that we have for this kit. And
Ooh, pieces and parts.
And we've got pieces and parts, so this is going to be a fun one. So let's show you these pieces and parts. So this is a gorgeous cave fabric. So we've got our first block that we're going to cut on this, and this is a really just simple block that we can use. And then we come in here, and if you're not familiar with our kits, we do everything on a strip method. So we come in here and we cut out multiple strips that are with the fabric, and then we can come in and sew those together to start making our strip assemblies, so that we can then come in and start cutting our blocks. So we're literally going to come in here and cut out our individual units to start assembling this. So once we've got that done, we're able to come in and we are going to have our multiple pieces here. So we're going to have our first one that has our additional fabrics on it, and then we're going to cut out some additional units that go on the side of that to create our gorgeous little block here. And I think this one really, really pops.
Let's crop that out so that
yeah,
you
we
can
definitely
really
crop this
see how
out.
that looks.
So we can come in here and see very quickly that this goes together extremely fast, because it is that strip method, and it really makes, you know, almost like an overnight sensation, making a pun off of one of our other patterns from one of our other books. You can really go through and just put all this together. It looks really great.
I love that. Very, very colorful.
So very
and bright.
colorful. So if you've got, you know, if for one of our cave fans that are out there, you're going to love this one. So we've got that #1 fabric that's just this gorgeous, rich red and pinks. Our #2 fabric is this really nice green and blue that is going to work nicely to give you that nice contrast. And then our #3 fabric is that really nice, deep, rich blue that we have on that. It's going to be out here on the borders and in those smaller blocks. So this is a great one. It's called Primrose Path. It is 8021852. And that is Pretty Please. And that's just one of our patterns that we've got that's only as an individual pattern. So that's a great one. If you've got all of the books, this would be one that you could pick up on the side to have as an additional pattern for you.
Well, we have more treasures that are patterns that we don't use a whole lot.
Oh, and
but
this is
don't
really
forget,
exciting.
We have a brand new book with 8 brand new patterns, so you won't want to miss those either. So check it
Exactly.
out. Now, this one is called Skip to My Lou. Skip to My Lou is a great, well, I say this all the time, it's a great quick pattern, but it's almost like making 4 patches. You're going to make units, and then you're putting those together and sashing it. And this one especially, I think, is a great baby quilt because it would look so sweet in some baby fabrics. It would also be great for you to make for your sewing room, or you've got a friend that's a sewer, loves to sew all the time. And it has the sewing buttons. It's got little buttons on it. So it's a really sweet quilt. So this one is your #1 fabric, and your #1 fabric is going to go here. Once again, it's the fabric that you want to look at the most. So this is the focus fabric here. Then you have your 2 and 3 when you compare those. The #2 picks up this great little pink, and then to carry that over, you've got that in your #3 as well. This is kind of a coral pink, real deep, dark, earthy kind of a pink. I really like that.
But again, it all ties together really neat. I think
yeah.
I think it's neat how you kind of got the button motif here. You got the little dots that are kind of button-like, and then you've got all the thread that you're sewing that button over.
Oh.
It's a really neat way to tie all of this together.
Yeah, leave it to a guy to see the thread, because that's very important.
It's really a neat design. And I think this is, if you've got a quilter in training, or
Quilter in training.
this would be a great little quilt for me. Or remember the game, button, who has the button?
Oh, yeah.
you know, this could be one of those little treasure, you know, games that you could play.
I just love it when my kids remember things I played with them when they were little. Okay, this one's called Button Collection 80222228. It is Skip to My Lou. It is an individual pattern, and it's also available in easy peasy 3-yard quilts.
So our next one up is Pinwheel, and if you like half square triangles, this is going to be the quilt for you, because we've got all of these gorgeous half square triangles in here, and these just great vintage fabrics that we've got in this. It gives you that really nice, almost a Civil War tonality on it. So we're going to look at that up here on the table, and this is
a great guy quilt.
It's a great guy quilt. But hey, if you like what we've got going on today, be sure to like and subscribe. You know, you got that subscribe button down there, and you've got that little thumbs up, and you can ring that bell. You know, it's a great way to be notified so that you can be up there and know when we've got new products coming out.
Yeah, you don't
just
want to
like
miss it.
this one. I
It's
mean, this is a
gorgeous.
gorgeous one. So our number one fabric, and this is kind of a neat pattern because we've kind of broke the rules a little bit on this one. We actually put our number one fabric out here in the border so that the focus is out here to give you kind of that framing of this one. And it's a really neat effect that you get on this. So we've got that nice floral print out here on the border. We've got our number two fabric, again, a really nice little dainty flower that we've got on there that's going to be in the background to get our other little flower fabric in here to really pop off of this. It's going to be a really, really gorgeous design on this one. And this one is called Country House. It's 8022229. We're almost out of all these twos. And that's a pattern that's out of the Quilt's Favorites book.
Yes, I love that. That's gorgeous. Okay, now the next one is Jigsaw. Jigsaw's in our book, Modern Views, and it is a fun one. It has a lot of movement going on and a super simple block that you can make in a hurry. So let's put that up on the table. And if you're enjoying this and seeing this, let us know which one of these seldom used patterns, because only on video, we use them all the time. But which one do you like best? Give us your thumbs up and your name in the comments of the video.
Yes, we love reading all those comments. It's so much fun.
I know. I love that. That's what I do in the evenings when I get home after work. we love to talk with you. Okay, this is our number one fabric, and the number one fabric is going to go here in this section where the red is. And the number two fabric, once again, this is going to be your background. It kind of makes this whole thing pop so that you can see the design that's going on. So this is going to be our number two, and if you'll look closely, you can see how there's gold undertones in this all the way through the fabrics. And then the number three is going to be where the blue is, and it's also going to be your binding out on the edge. So that is called Waverunner. It's the Jigsaw pattern. It's 8022230. And it is in the Modern Views book. It's also in an individual pattern.
Okay, we've got one more here for you, and it's called So Easy. And this is just a great, it lives up to its name. It really is so easy because we've just got all of these simple blocks in it. So let's put that up on the table here and show you what we've got on this one. This is actually just an adorable little fabric.
This is happy fabric.
This is really happy fabric. You know, sometimes you just find things that are just happy or they make you just feel good. I think this is one of those because we almost have these little clover in here, almost a little bit like a pansy in the coloration that's on this. But we've got our little flowers here that are going to be on our number one position, which is here where we've got these little woodland animals. And then our number two fabric is going to be that background. And then we've got this great little magenta color here that's going to be here. And so you really get a lot of pop and contrast with this one. And this one is called Petal Power, and it's 8022231. And it's using that So Easy pattern from Quilt Favorites.
That's another great treasure that's in there. And if you have some of these patterns in your stash, we hope that you will take them out and dust them off and use them like we did today, because it was a lot of fun realizing that we have some stars that we haven't been sharing.
It's very true. So thanks for joining us today. My name is John Nozzle.
And I'm Donna Robertson. Have a great day.